Hello everyone. In this video, I am going to discuss the concept called collection framework. So what is a collection? Collection is going to represent a single unit of objects. That is, we can call it like a group. Okay. So next, what is this framework in Java in this sense? It is going to provide a ready-made architecture. That means it represents a set of classes and also the interfaces. And we can say it is like an optional one. So if we combinedly call what is a collection framework, so the collection framework going to represent a unified architecture for storing and manipulating a group of objects. Okay, so collection framework is going to represent a unified architecture for storing and manipulating a group of objects. So it has interface and its implementations, that is, we can call it as a classes and algorithms. Okay, next coming with this collection interface. So the collection interface is a type of interface which is implemented by all the classes in the collection framework. It is going to declare the methods that every collection will have. So in other words, we can say that collection interface is going to build the foundation on which so the collection framework is dependent. Okay, so some of the methods of collection interface, or we can say like a Boolean add, or else a Boolean add all objects, void clear, etc. So these are all will be implemented by all the subclasses of this collection interface. Okay. And coming with this formatter, so this formatter is a utility class. Okay, so as I said that it will be consisting of both the classes and interface. So this Java formatter is a utility class, so which will make life simple when working with this formatting stream output. Okay, so it is built to operate similarly like printf functions. Okay, however, we are building like printf functions in C or C++. In the same way, we can make use of this one. Okay, so it is used to format and output data to a specific destination. Okay, so such as a string or else a file output string. So this is the collection interface. So it is going to declare the core methods that will be having all the collections. And then these methods will be, we are going to discuss some of the collection interfaces or else collection methods in the next upcoming slides. So this is a small example which will be specifying a collection framework. So if you observe over here, it will be this mainly this collection framework is defined in this java.utility package. Okay, so java.utility package, and here in this code I'm trying to insert some values into the array list. So that's why I'm going to specify this called array list class. Okay, so next I'm going to define the main. Okay, and then main method and defining the array list. Okay, here itself I'm going to specify the string that is a type of that array. Okay, this is nothing but the generic concepts which we have discussed in our previous videos. Okay, so next is equal to new array list. Now I'm trying to add some elements to this array list. Okay, so by making use of the object animals dot add, and I'm trying to add some dog, cat, and horse like that. Somehow something I'm trying to insert some values into that array list. Finally, I'm trying to print that array list. Okay, so if I run this code, I'll be getting this output like array list and whatever this strings which I have tried to insert in that array, that will get displayed. So this is how we are going to run the collection framework by making use of the package called java.utility. Next, with the collection interfaces. Okay, so as I told you that collection interface is a type of interface, so which is implemented by all the classes in the collection framework. So it is going to declare the methods. Okay, so that every collection will have no. So here we are going to discuss that type of methods. So Boolean add all, void clear, Boolean contains all. Okay, and then Boolean equals int hash code. So Boolean is empty, iterator, Boolean remove, So Boolean remove all, Boolean retain all, intersize, object to array and object to array. Okay, so these are the some of the methods which has been represented under this collection interface. Next, coming with this first Boolean add. So this adds object to this, that means this is going to add object to the collection. Okay, it returns true if the object was added to the collection, and else it is going to return false if already a member of that collection is present. That means it does not allow duplicates. Okay, so if it is already having the object, in the sense it is going to return false value, or else if it is adding the object to that collection, in the sense, then it is going to return true value. That is nothing but Boolean add. Next, Boolean add all. So this is going to add all the elements of the C to the, that means collection C to this invoking collection. Okay, here also it is going to return true if the operation succeeds. That means if all the elements were added to the collection, in the sense, it is going to return true, otherwise it is going to return false. Next, to void clear. So this is going to remove all the elements from the invoking collection. Okay, clear in the sense it is going to remove. And next, Boolean contains. So this is going to return true if the object of an element is in the invoking collection. Okay, so if it already contains in that collection, in the sense, then it is going to return true, otherwise it is going to return false. Next, contains all. It will be checking with all the elements whether they are existing in that collection or not. If exists, in the sense, it returns true, otherwise it returns false. Next, Boolean equals. So it will be returning the true value if the collection and objects are equal. Okay, it is checking with the equality. If all are equal in the sense, then it is going to return true value, otherwise it is going to return false. Next, int hash code. So this is going to return the hash code of this particular collection. Okay. Next, Boolean is empty. So if the collection is empty, in the sense, it is going to check whether the collection is empty or not. If it is empty, in the sense, it is going to return true. Otherwise, if it is having any value, in the sense, it is going to return false. Next, iterator. It is going to return an iterator for the particular collection. Okay. Next, Boolean remove. See here, this will be removing one instance of object from the particular collection. Okay, so it is going to return true if that element was removed. Otherwise, it is going to return false. In the same way, it is going to, if it is removing all the elements from the collection, in the sense, then it will be returning true. Otherwise, it will be returning to the false. Next, retain all. So this is also the same, similar to this remove only. So it removes all the elements from the collection except those which are consisting in that collection called C. Okay. So if that collection got changed in the sense, then it is going to return true value. Otherwise, it is going to return false. Next, int size. So this is going to return the number of elements that is held in that particular collection. That means based on the elements only we can able to confine the size of that collection. So it will be returning that number of elements. That is based on the size. What are the elements that are existing in that collection? That will be get returned over here. Next, object to array. So it is going to return an array that contains all the elements, okay, so which are stored in the collection. So whatever the elements that are consisting in that collection, if the same elements are contained in that array, since it is going to return that array. Okay, so the array elements are copying, or we can say that those are the copied elements of collection elements. Okay. Next one is object to array, object array. It is going to return an array containing only those collection elements which type matches this array. Okay, so it is going to match here. It is going to match with the collection. Here it is going to match with the two different arrays over here. Okay. So those are all the methods so that we are going to use, that we are having under collection interface. Okay, so here we are trying to add a single element and also a group of elements, and here we are trying to clear the elements, and we are going to check whether the collection is consisting of values or not, and also we are going to check whether they are equal or not. Okay, and we are trying to empty the boolean, and we are trying to remove the element, single element or also the multiple elements, and here we are going to check the elements that is present in the array. And finally, with the collection interface. So this collection interface actually is divided into two types. Basically, in this collection interface, we are making use of a package called java.utility. Okay, so the most basic interface that will be depending on this package is java.util.collection. Okay, mainly this collection interface depends on this one. Here we will be having these following things. Okay, so java.util.set and java.util.sorted set and java.util.navigable set and .queue and then .concurrent blocking queue and concurrent transfer queue, dq, okay, and concurrent blocking dq. Okay, so this is the first set of elements that we are having under this collection interface. As I told you that this collection interfaces are divided into two groups. One is with the java.util.collection and second one is java.util.map. Under that java.util.collection, so we are going to we are going to make use of this all the things. Okay, so which is nothing but java.util.set and the sorted set and then navigable set, queue, dqueues, and then blocking queues like that. Okay. Next one is java.util.map. So we can say this is the other collection of collection interface where it will be based on this java.util.map. Okay. So these interfaces contain the collection view operations, so which are going to enable them to manipulate as collections, manipulated collections. That means we are going to change this manipulate whatever the already existing things we are having, we are going to change that. Okay. So under this, we are going to use of mainly called java.util.sorted map and then navigable map and then concurrent map and then java.util.concurrent navigable map. So that means that mainly here we are going to say like so it is those can be divided into two different types. That is, one is with the java.util.collection and another one is java.util.map. Okay, so these are the class fields that we can able to specify over here. So this is with the collections interface. Okay, so in this video we have come across with the what is a collection and what is a framework and why we are commonly calling it as a collection framework. Okay, how we are going to simply define a collection framework. Okay, and what are the different methods that are existing in the collection interface, and also how we are going to define this collection interface. Okay, so if this is an example, so which is going to specify the collection interface. If you observe over here, I'm just going to represent the four based types of representation in that collection interface. Here I'm trying to display the array list and linked list, hash set, and then hash map. That means through that, by making use of this java.util package, I'm going to define the various types of groups over here. So one group is array list and another group is linked list, and next one is hash set and another one is a hash map. Likewise, I'm going to create four different types of groups. See, I'm going to import the java.utility.star package. That means that star is going to represent here. We are going to make use of all the classes. So that are classes and interfaces that will be belonging to this utility package. And then I'm going to define the class and then main method. And here I'm going to define the array list. Okay, list and the name of the list and the new array list. And here based on that object, I'm going to insert some values into that array. And finally, I'm trying to print that elements. Okay, in the same way, I'm going to create the linked list. Here also the same thing we are following. So we are just declaring that one and we are going to create an object based on that. By making use of that object, we are going to insert some values and we are trying to print that elements. In the same way, hash set also. Same, we are going to define the set with the object called S1. Through this S1, I'm trying to add some values and printing that elements. So same for the hash map. So if I run this program, so I'll be getting the output like whatever I have represented, array list, linked list, and then set elements. That means the hash set and hash map. Okay, so this is how we can able to display the various groups by making use of this collection. Like a collection interface. Okay, so whatever we have represented over here, the same thing, that means the four various types of groups has been displayed as an output. Okay, so this is the main advantage of this collection interface. Thank you.